A very good afternoon and welcome to Norway, day 5 of the European Weightlifting Championships here in Førde. And today we begin the first of our 2 competition categories with the women's 69 kilos. Won a year ago in Tbilisi by Dzina Sananovets of Belarus with a total of 255 kilos. A decent total, but these are the women who will today try to take that title in Dzina's absence. So there definitely will be a new name on the record list. So let's meet the athletes. This is Nazik Avdalyan of Armenia, world champion back in 10, but then a serious injury has kept her out of the sport till last season. Karita Toren, you might know her as Hansen. She was 8th in Europe last year. And 1 place behind her, Maria Grazia Alemano, 9th in the senior Europeans in Georgia. 4th at 75 kilos was Mandy Treutlein, Mandy Vedau as she was. And the youth European champion, Great Britain's Rebecca Tyler, just 17 years of age. Dogu Anachi of Turkey was the junior world bronze medalist in 2015. And 5th in Europe, the Polish lifter Patricia Pierchowiak, 23 years of age, and a newcomer really to the Polish team at elite level. The representative of Belarus, Daria Pachabut, well, she's coming down from 75 kilos to today's weight category of 69. And Maria Khilian of the Ukraine at 23 years of age, posting one of the heavier totals at 220, although the heaviest coming from Avdalyan at 230. Back after this. So, almost set to go. Michaela Breeze alongside myself, David Goldstrom, and really looking forward to this. And particularly, we have a strong interest in the performance of young Rebecca Tyler. Perhaps our lifters so far from Great Britain haven't quite met the mark, but we're hoping, fingers crossed, that Rebecca can do the business, so to speak, today. She is a real talent, and I think this is going to be a real test for her on this big international stage. Well, earlier on in the day, the B group were in action, and just before we get underway, here is the best performance in the B group from Hungary's Beata Young. 87 kilos, her 3rd attempt.
Well, only just stayed on the platform, as you can see, dropped her chest, rotated her shoulders forward, but she's a fighter, and that was 3 out of 3 to take the advantage in the B group now. Her results will stand in the competition we're about to see.
Yes, but just having a look at the opening weights now, I don't think that's going to be a huge challenge to the majority of athletes in the B group. We're going to open up on 87 kilos, and the first man we're going to see is actually, or first woman I should say we're going to see, is Dogu Onachi, representing Turkey, 19 years of age, and the bronze medalist at junior world level last season. So, first attempt. Well, not the start we would have wished for.
No, not. Just looked a little lethargic. She comes off the platform, shrugging her shoulders as if to say what went wrong. Well, it didn't really come to life. Good extension, fairly good position under the bar, just slightly behind it. When we're coming out onto this kind of stage, David, these lifters need to come out and really execute, really believe they can do their first attempt, and it has to be far more positive and explosive than what we've just seen.
Yeah, if she hopefully gets this at the second attempt, excuse me, if she gets this at the second attempt, she'll go into second place, because Beata Young of Hungary, actually very light body weight, 66.70, so in the B group earlier today. The athlete who conquered the B group, Lenka Kenisova, an experienced Czech lifter, totaling 194 kilos. More of that, though, as we get deeper into the competition. Now, second attempt. Now, has she heard your thoughts?
Well, that's a bit sparkier. Yeah, there's acceleration as the bar passed the knees. Speed off the floor doesn't matter too much. You need to get the bar from the floor to mid-thigh with the body in the right position and then really attack it, really open up. And she executed on her second attempt. Nice overhead.
Goes into second place. Yeah, you just feel frustrated for her, really, that, you know, she didn't get the first one away.
Well, it's difficult to work out exactly where you need to be as an athlete. Coming onto this stage, you don't want to be too over-aroused, too overexcited, but likewise, you don't want to be too laid back and too lethargic.
The truth is, though, she entered a total of 205 kilos. That's a sort of entry total. It's a sort of target to aim at. And that will tell you when you realise that the likes of Abdalian and Torin of Armenia and Sweden, they've entered totals of 230. So not everybody is going to get to the medals, but a lot of lifters, they've made a target, and that's what the young Turkish lifter has decided to do today.
Yeah, those entry totals, you can have a play about with those a little bit. Sometimes people over-exaggerate.
Well, I have to say, from day one, the Italian squad, man or woman, have been really on fire. They've been really positive, haven't they? The way they've come in and attacked their respective competitions has been really encouraging.
Yes, their training has been tailored to this event. And every single one of the Italian lifters, as with many lifters that we've seen here over the week, are peaking right at the correct moment. And it's great to see when all your hard work pays off.
Alemano straight into the overall lead, surpassing Beata Jung from the B group earlier. But, you know, I'm really encouraged by the performance of the Spanish and the Italians, which we talked about a little bit yesterday. And they are well on their way to securing places at Rio Olympic Games. More of that a little later.
And there's the Italian team are in picture there. And they've just got to sit back, watch and wait now as the last few days of this competition unfolds to find out if they have earned enough points.
So, Dogu Ainachi coming onto the stage, putting up the bar now to 91 kilos. So this is a 4 kilo increase for her third and final attempt.
Well, there's a barrier at the front, David, so the lifter launches the bar off the platform. The centre referee didn't even flinch.
No, I think she's a young woman who's finding her way.
Nice under the bar, just slightly in front.
Yeah, she was European junior champion at 75 kilos last season. But, sorry, European Junior Championship, she was fifth in that. She was a very light 75 kilos, and I think she's yet to settle in and find her way. Now, Mandy Treutlein, a lot more experienced than the young Turkish lifter you've just seen, formerly Mandy Vedal, and comes into this competition having been to Houston in America to the World Championships last year, where she collected 95 kilos in this particular opening phase of that competition. Now, for most of her career, to be true to the record, she's been at 75 kilos. Really steadies and drives, and that's a good start.
It is, and to come down to 69, she looks good in terms of physique and stature. She doesn't look to have lost too much body weight. And as is evident by the attempt that we've just seen, very solid underneath the bar. Good opening attempt.
So Mandy Treutlein straight into the lead, 92 kilos. Maria Grazia Alemanno of Italy, 90 kilos in second place. But now the first appearance of Patricia Pierchowiak of Poland, fifth in the European Championships last year. Oh, in fact, 2 seasons ago, I beg your pardon. And she actually, 2 seasons ago in Tel Aviv, 100 kilos was a contribution towards a total of 222 kilos. And that's what you wanted to see.
It is really positive leg drive, fully committed. Nice opening attempt.
She went to the World Championships, 99 kilos there. Interesting that you would judge that she's not quite up to the level that she showed in Tel Aviv a couple of years ago, because her entry total is 220. She's sort of in that area. Well, Alemanno has a really great attitude. Comes striding onto the stage, doesn't mess around, straight to the bar. Well, I've seen a number of lifters from the Italian squad behaving that way. Absolutely nothing wrong here, but you could see the fire and the momentum. She came onto the stage, went straight to the magnesium, went straight to the bar and carried on that momentum.
Yes, just needs to control it. She's got 1 attempt remaining, and she's obviously in the zone right now. Just taking a minute now to recompose, catch her breath, because she'll be back out very shortly.
Yeah, real Mediterranean fire. And the bar being just cleaned off there by the loaders, who've been doing a great job this week.
Yeah, sometimes you get blood on the bar, whether it's from the hands, maybe a callus is torn, or from the shins. Sometimes a contact with the bar on the legs can cause blood on the bar. And if there is any, then they need to take the bar to the back of the platform, give it a scrub down with a wire brush before the competition resumes. It's 55 kilos there.
Now, first attempt, 94 kilos for Maria Chilian of the Ukraine. Now, this is 10 kilos short of her personal best. So you could say this is, on past form, conservative.
Slightly unstable in the receiving position. Just a little bit wobbly. Didn't seem to cause her too much bother. Posted 93, came out on 94, comfortably within her own ability.
Good performer at under 23 level last season, getting a silver medal in the Europeans. But of course, a lot of these lifters also, with their coaches, would have weighed up the opposition, and that will have also taken into account their starting weights. The warm-up and how they perform in the warm-up is the main factor in deciding what you come out with. Yeah, but on the other hand, you still look around and say, you know, who am I up against?
That's right. These athletes will know what they want to come out and start on. Those weights don't usually deviate too much unless the warm-up's gone particularly bad. But after that, it's playing the competition.
So Alemanno out for now what would be a personal best. 94 kilos. weighed in at 67.69, lighter than Kellyanne, so goes back into first place and has the satisfaction of 3 out of 3.
Yeah, we can see only 1 kilo increase from her second attempt, but I think that's probably the right call. There wasn't much more there. Needs to be careful to keep the hands on the bar. We've said that about a number of lifters.
Well, next onto the stage, Rebecca Tyler for Great Britain. Real rising talent, a schoolgirl, 17 years of age. And that is just the start we were looking for. 95 kilos, no fuss, no bother.
Yeah, really good opening attempt from Rebecca. She's risen through the ranks at a rapid speed. Really good position underneath the bar. Nice to see her taking her time a little more than she often does. But she's still so young, still a student at Calderdale College. Studying 2 days a week so she can focus on her training.
Yeah, young woman who came from athletics as a sprinter and found weightlifting, and boy, are we glad that she found this sport. Now, Mandy Treutlein, by contrast, massively more experienced. Second attempt at 95 kilos, so a 3 kilo increase here for her new weight category.
Not quite enough lift, not quite enough extension. Just lacking a tiny bit of spark as the bar passed the knees. Tried to open up, position not too far off. Bar swinging out quite a long way off the legs. It's probably because her shoulders are quite far over at the start. Disappointing. She knows she's capable of that weight. And you know what? This competition is very, very close. Every kilo is going to count.
Yeah, actually, the spread is 25 kilos, but if you take the Turkish lifter out of the equation, then it becomes a whole lot closer than that. I mean, they're all within about sort of 10, 12 kilos of each other, but there is the state of play. Rebecca Tyler with her first opening attempt there, 95 kilos, 68 kilos, 15 weigh-in weight. Three athletes still to start, so a ways to go. And Mandy Treutlein now has got to come out and correct. So, Mikaela, what does she need to do this time to make sure she gets this third attempt?
Lift it.
Well, thank you very much.
Sorry.
I thought you might have corrected the fault.
In my view, needs to keep the bar a little closer. After she's extended fully, that bar needs to stay a bit closer to the body as she's dropping underneath.
Well, she's done just that, collected 95 kilos, which is the same opening weight that she achieved in Houston in America. But I guess you could say, to a certain extent, still learning about this new weight category.
Yeah, she's a very experienced lifter. She rectified the problem from the second attempt. She will be a bit disappointed having missed one, but that was a really good recovery.
Pichowiak now out for her second attempt. 96 kilos, so 3 kilo increase for the Polish lifter, building towards 100, perhaps. Needs this to make that third step. European under-23 bronze medalist last year. So good effort. Just a valuable point. These under-23 championships, which are contested at European but not at world level, they're proving to be really valuable, aren't they, to keep athletes interested in the sport.
Yeah, there's a big jump from the junior ranks, which in weightlifting is under 20, up to senior level. I'm not sure why they don't do it at world level, but it is a nice extra step for some of these athletes, just to bridge that gap between the junior and the senior ranks. And a lot of them use that and take the confidence from success at those competitions into this level.
Yeah, the European Federation introduced them, what, about 5 years ago, I think it is now. As you see, Carita Hansen, as was, Carita Torun, a school teacher by profession, but a experienced weightlifter. And in the top 10 in the last 2 senior European championships. She's been at this weight category of 69 now for what would be the 4th season, including this year. So straight away looking for a kilo personal best at 98 kilos.
Well, Carita, very, very strong, very experienced. I don't think we alluded to the fact that she started weightlifting aged 9 or 10 years of age. Very, very young when she began, but she's progressed through all the ranks and is now using that experience to the best of her ability. And she is in real contention here to do something special for Sweden. Not many lifters coming out on these kind of weights, so it's going to be close.
Well, it would really be something good, because the Swedish women's squad, again, another squad that's made progress, and now Maria Gillian out for her 2nd attempt at 98. So a lot of good lifting going on at the moment. Gillian, who's down in 6th place, this 98 kilo lift put her into the lead, but not this time.
No, didn't look like she really wanted that. Just backed away underneath the bar. Not fully committed at all.
I'm just wondering about her. I did mention on the first attempt, Michaela, that she was opening up 10 kilos below her personal best.
Well, there's clearly something that's not been going to plan, whether she's been injured. Rebecca Tyler on the platform now, 98, 2nd attempt. Oh, just rushed it a little bit more than the first attempt.
Yeah.
She's renowned for doing that, though. She comes on, hands on the bar, and off she goes. And just slow it down, make sure you set yourself. There's no need to rush. Still so young, really good extension. Bar still moving upwards as she drops underneath. What a shame, 1 attempt remaining.
Yeah, but what you're saying there is a really important coaching tip, which is to, you know, to get her to just calm that little bit. And Gillian out now to try and make amends on that 98 kilo failure she's just had. So again, this would put her right back in the lead. Little bit of rotation, but the feet are in line and in control. And 3 white lights.
Much more commitment in the lift we've just seen. That was the way to do it. Really attack through the middle. Great explosion. And much more confident in the overhead position. 98 kilos. She's currently sat in the lead, but can she stay there? I'm not sure. We still have 2 lifters yet to start.
Well, there's been some great champions in this class. Dazina Sazanevets of Belarus has won the last 2 editions in Tbilisi and Tel Aviv. But they're one of the great Russian lifters. Oksana Slavenko, a fantastic run, winning the title in 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13. You don't see that very often, to see a lifter come out and win 5 consecutive European championships. I think she was a great contributor for the Russian team. And now, well, she's coming out, this Polish lifter, Piechowiak, with just a kilo shy of her personal best of 100 kilos, which she did in those Europeans a couple of seasons ago. So this for 3 out of 3. And again, somebody looking for the lead to take it away from the Ukrainian, who has just gone into first place with 98 kilos.
Oh, brilliant. Really nice to see. 3 out of 3 lifts.
Yeah, it's a good start, because I have to say that this week the Polish haven't had too much to smile about. Johanna Wachowska, the only Polish medalist so far at these championships.
Yeah, not the kind of competition the Poles would have been expecting.
Now, 99 kilos for Rebecca. Take your time.
She's gone up a kilo. Needs this.
Oh.
Fights hard to save it. Really good lifting from Rebecca.
She does not muck about, does she?
No, she doesn't. That, believe it or not, is seriously slowed down compared to what we have seen in the past. But just watch the replay. Bit army off the floor, sits in really deep. Has the stability in the core and the shoulders to stabilise herself before standing up. That's some good lifting.
Hails from Keighley in Yorkshire originally, and Britain's youngest ever British national champion, but more of her later. But now one of those who has yet to start on the stage. And Nazik Avdalian is a really serious contender. She was the world champion in Goyang in Korea back in 2009, and then suffered a really serious back injury, which required surgery. And she only came back into training last April to prepare for the World Championships in Houston. 100 kilos is her opening challenge.
Looks comfortable. Very good, very comfortable opening attempt. I'm watching this scoreboard really anxiously now, David. Rebecca is down in 2nd place. 1 lifter yet to start. But there's still 3 lifters in the competition that could push her out of the podium place. How long can she hang on for? That was a really convincing first attempt.
So, Carita Torren to come on. She's got 2 attempts left, and the bar has gone to 101 kilos. Tall, elegant lifter. And Carita now looking to produce another personal best.
Oh, no spark at all through the middle. What a different lifter we've just seen compared to her first attempt. She's currently down in 5th. That would have put her up into the lead. She misses this. Rebecca could achieve a medal on the snatch.
And the bar has to go to 105 kilos before we'll see Daria Pachabut of Belarus. But that's the state of play at the moment. Yes, you may reflect, as we will in a wee while, that 2nd attempt failure by Rebecca could be quite costly. Now, Carita having to follow herself here because nobody else wants 101. Avdalian's put the bar up to 105. And as I mentioned, Pachabut of Belarus yet to start. That is her opening weight, 105. So
it's just that prowling around in the warm-up room, waiting for your turn.
It's these moments where somebody follows each other and it slightly just knocks you off your plan.
It does. It slows the competition down, and you can see, you know, these lifters are ready to go back there. They're waiting for their turn, but they've been held back.
Now, we wanted to find that spark she had in the first attempt and deliver this 101 kilos to put her into the gold medal position in the snatch phase here. Should be a kilo clear of Avdalian. Well, I'm sad for her, but of course that does help Rebecca's cause.
Well, yeah, I'm going to celebrate for Rebecca right now. I'm not going to wait. I'm sorry. Rebecca's currently in second place. We've still got one lifter due to come in, so that could potentially knock her down to third. But Rebecca cannot finish any worse than third in the snatch phase. Outstanding lifting from such a young lifter. Well done, Rebecca.
And that's her first senior European bronze medal. I mean, Rebecca Tyler, youth European champion, silver medalist at the European Juniors as well last year, and began her lifting career at the age of 12. But now Daria Pachabut. Now remember, this title was won by Belarus last year, so this is the young woman who is hoping to retain the title for her country. Well, she didn't get hold of that.
If she get hold of it, she just let go.
Yeah, but interesting, because in her career, as far as I've got it marked down, this is the first time she's taken 69 kilo.
Watch the replay here. Look how high she tries to catch it. Almost tries to power snatch it, and I think that was the error.
So Avdalian, second attempt at 105. So looking to enhance her advantage over Rebecca Tyler, who is currently still second on 99 kilos. Oh, superb.
Well,
superb.
When she receives that bar, it looks like it's out in front, but that's just her physical makeup. She absolutely brilliant. 2 from 2, and she's put herself in a great position now.
Yeah. Look at that line through the body, which you talked about so many times. I mean, that is millimetre perfect.
Just using that time and her experience to steady before standing.
What a torrid time she must have had. 6 years out of the sport, recovering. That's a long time. So, Pachabut.
Oh, she's in trouble, David.
She is. She's lighter than Avdalian of Armenia. But that counts for nothing when you don't put a lift on the board. And now, well, she's got to come out and take this again.
But look how ridiculously high she catches the bar. That is, the weight is so comfortable. She's got a personal best of 119 kilos. She is well short of this. This actually is a training weight, and it's almost like she's coming out here and putting maximum effort into a weight that she doesn't need to. One attempt remaining. Rebecca could finish with a silver medal.
Well, I mentioned it earlier, but when I was looking back through the records of her performances, I mean, we've seen her compete consistently at 75 kilos, and even, you know, she was a good performer. She was a European junior medalist some 5 years ago at 63 kilos, but 69 is new, and there's Rebecca Tyler just chilling out there. She knows she's got a reward.
It seems to be how she lifts best, is when she is relaxed. Her best results have come from local level competitions.
Well, you had some interesting stats about that. I think you said to me it was 100.
She snatched 100. She's clean and jerk 126. That was, I believe, in Mythenroyd, a local competition, but it was refereed by 3 qualified national refs. So the results stand. She did 99 here today, so it's great to see her lifting right up close to her best on this kind of platform.
Well, pressure, real pressure now. Certainly one of the 2 or 3 pre-competition favourites. Very light, 67 kilos, 69, the lightest of the whole field.
Oh, goodness me.
Oof.
Sorry, I thought she'd let go of that early.
Well, she's got it, and 106 kilos because she gave herself that little bit of extra time, and in fact now goes into the lead by a kilo, and Rebecca Tyler down to bronze.
Yeah, far from convincing. Did not look very comfortable at all. Weight clearly not a problem, but position under the bar was.
So Avdalian now just an extra kilo, which is necessary because she is heavier than Pachabut, who represents Belarus. So this, for her, for Armenia, this is her attempt, the former world champion, going for the gold medal in the snatch. Well, I wasn't expecting that, but that bar had the usual momentum when that happens, when it swings. And Avdalian, well, on the evidence of what we saw, here it is.
Yeah, just couldn't stop it swinging, couldn't stop the momentum. See why that happened. Oh, not too bad, not much of a swing on the bar. But when it's going backwards, there's really not much you can do.
Well, you've got to say that Daria Pachabut of Belarus is very fortunate, I think, after her first two failures, to find herself with a gold medal in the snatch, and Avdalian has to settle for the silver. And Rebecca Tyler, well, I think she'll be pretty pleased with the bronze medal, first senior European medal, and Britain's second medal of these championships. So into a 10-minute break for the women as they get ready for the clean and jerk and the bigger weights. And we're going to just take a little break and disappear momentarily, but then back with it underway, a chance to reprise the medal winning attempts of the snatch. So in the bronze medal position at the halfway stage, Britain's Rebecca Tyler. So how do you think she's doing so far?
Yeah, I think she's doing really well. Very young, very inexperienced at this level. But to come out here and execute two lifts under pressure, 99 snatch, just 1 kilo best off her best. Brilliant lifting.
But up against it, she's got a 6 kilo deficit behind the Armenian Avdalian. And Nazik Avdalian, former world champion, coming back after pretty horrible injury and hospitalization. And after the first two attempts, I thought she was definitely bang on for the third, but didn't get it.
It was close, not to be today though.
And then almost in reverse, Daria Pachabut, horrible start, but just pulled it out at the end.
She did, 2 failures, nailed it on her third. Well done.
So just about a minute to go, and as you can see, various stages in the warm-up here. Now, this is the situation. So if you're just joining us, this is the situation at the halfway stage in the women's 69 kilo final. These are the kilos that have been achieved, and you can see Pachabut there with 106, a kilo ahead of Avdalian, and then 99 kilos Rebecca Tyler bringing forward to the second half of the competition, with Patricia Pierchowiak of Poland in 4th place on the same kilos as Rebecca Tyler, but that little bit heavier. Rebecca Tyler 68.15, Pierchowiak 68.52. And there on the screen in yellow, the opening weights that each of the lifters have proposed. But before we get underway, here is the best clean and jerk from the B group earlier in the day. And this is Hernandez Martin for Spain, producing a good effort here of 110 kilos, but ultimately not good enough to earn her the overall victory in the B group. That went to Lenka Kenisova of the Czech Republic, a total of 194 kilos. So the first lifter out on the stage is the 19-year-old Turk. This is Dogu Anachi. Very much an opportunity for education for her in this particular category. 105 kilos, her opener.
Oh, she's done very well to recover from what was a bit of a wobbly warm-up. We were able to see pictures of her during the break, and there was a clip of her clean and jerking 95, and she almost passed out with it, didn't jerk it. So to come out here 105 first attempt, that's going to give us some confidence now with 2 attempts still remaining.
Yeah, so she's got a total of 192 kilos, so she's just 2 kilos behind the current leader, the lady I mentioned a few moments ago, Lenka Kenisova, experienced Czech lifter, who total up 85 kilos, 109 from the clean and jerk, 194. That is the total to overtake now for all of the B group lifters, and ready to spring into action here. This is Maria Grazia Alemano, as you'll see. This is her style. She's like a greyhound when she goes onto the stage.
You don't want to get on the wrong side of her right now, do you?
One thing this woman does not lack is fire. And the loader's just putting the bar to 110 kilos. Here she goes.
This is a pretty decent starting weight for her as well. 113 is at best, only 3 kilos shy of that. Power jerk. Good leg drive to generate enough upper momentum to get it that high.
Yeah, I'd like to see that again, full length, so you get a chance to really see the power jerk. But it's a great start, you're absolutely right.
It is. Good speed under the bar. Drives aggressively to stand. Moving the feet out to the side. Catching nicely at arm's length.
Yeah, and looked comfortable.
It did.
Yeah. So good start by her. And gives her a total of 204, so now she's surpassed everybody in the B group. Now Mandy Treutlein, this is the woman who's getting used to 69 kilos, but was a very experienced and a good achiever at 75. Had one hiccup in the middle of her series. Missed her second attempt, but bringing forward 95 kilos from the first half of the competition.
Looks good to me. Not much wrong with that. I did. I kind of looked back a bit then when I saw the jerk. Her left elbow looks like she may have had a dislocation in the past. Not a great elbow lock on her left side. The right, as we look at the picture, but there wasn't any movement in it.
No, but she's got the lift 2-1. The jury sitting right in front of us, and not a movement from them. President of the jury, Benny Johansson from Sweden, for this particular competition, and out comes Ainachi for her second attempt, and the bar up to 110 kilos. So this is a decent increase for her, 5 kilos.
Fighting hard all the way there. You can just see the elbow lock. Bit of a wobble.
But she's just a kilo shy of her personal best.
Yeah, you can see here, stands up, loads of effort. Really good elbow lock, but you can just see how much her arms and her body are shaking just to try and stabilize herself. That's the kind of pressure these girls are under. Sub 69 body weight, 110 kilos on the bar, that was.
And there you see Pichowiak of Poland. 3 good lifts, just missing out on the medals. Heavier body weight compared to Rebecca Tyler. Carita Hansen as she was, but Torren as she is.
Now, 105 kilos.
Really good facilities backstage there. Here we go, Georgia again to get the great Italian support behind us, actually. All the team are in. Well, it seems as if all the team are in. They've got a really big full team here, the Italians. So 113. New territory. Well, she's strong overhead, isn't she?
She is. I think she may struggle with a couple more kilos, though. She's catching the bar on very straight legs. Well, I say very straight. Yes, they bent, but they didn't bend very much. Clean was good. And we'll see here, she catches the bar very, very high. As the weight gets heavier, when you're unable to drive it any higher, you've got to drop your body that bit lower to receive the bar.
Nonetheless, I mean, she's really delivering the goods. That's 5 out of 5. She's got a total of 207. She leads the competition, and Mandy Treutlein out now with a 3 kilo increase. She's sitting with a total of 205. So this by a kilo would put her ahead of the Italian, who still has one more attempt. Mandy, very methodical. The clean, I think, is the key to this.
That's good.
Yeah, that deserves 3 white lights. Couldn't see anything wrong with that, really. And so Treutlein 4 out of 5 at the moment made, and for the moment into #1 position.
Working hard to stand out of the clean, adjust her hands to make the jerk that bit easier. Good position under the bar, hips underneath her shoulders.
So now, and actually third attempt, 113, and this is definitely into new territory for her. This is a new personal best attempt. Was involved in the Europeans last year, ranked down in 13th place. Clean and jerked 106 kilos, so this is the sort of progress she's made in 12 months, particularly if she makes this lift.
Knees pretty much touching on the way up.
No, close to the windpipe?
Yeah, that's what we saw in the warm-up room on 95, so seems to be a common problem. Bar very high on the windpipe, and when you have to work that hard to stand up with a clean, it takes so much out of you. You see here, her knees pretty much touching as she stands up, using every ounce she can to make it. She didn't have anything left for the jerk.
Well, he could say that Patricia Pierhoviak and Rebecca Tyler are destined for another little duel in this second half of the competition. So Patricia out first here on 114 kilos. Rebecca Tyler, who's posted 116 for her.
118, that is.
118, actually, yeah.
I think the battle actually is going to be with Torren of Sweden. This is going to be super close. 5 of them fighting for these medals at the moment.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, hardly had to move her feet at all on the jerk. Really quite efficient.
And she's got 122 as her personal best, so she's got some way to go there, but she puts herself back into, or for the first time, into first place overall, and 4 out of 4. So there's some really good lifting going on. 1 or 2 failures, but 1 or 2 of these athletes are really, you know, delivering the goods. If you make 5 out of 6, 6 out of 6, you can't ask for more than that, and that is exactly what Maria Graziana Alemano is going for now. Harder clean, as you would expect.
Soft.
No.
She's okay, I think.
Well, you rather predicted that, didn't you?
Well, as I said, if she's going to achieve these heavier weights, she's got to drop lower. She just looks a little bit soft in that deep receiving position. That's probably why she was catching the others so high. Clean was good. It's only up 1 kilo from a previous attempt. She's okay. See the depth that she tries to go to, but just too soft.
So Rebecca Tyler will be the next athlete out here. The bar at 118 kilos, just being loaded now for her first attempt.
Well, she's gone up 120, Rebecca Tyler.
Well, that's a good indication that here she is just a few moments ago. It's a good indication that the warm-up has gone decently.
I think that's 111 on the bar there. Couldn't see if there was anything inside the collar. Looking comfortable.
Yeah, that was recorded a few moments ago, and that's a replay, in fact, of her earlier on in her warm-up stage. And now it's Piechowiak out again at 118 kilos. So this to enhance her advantage. And she's going for 5 out of 5 now.
Dropped the chest after the clean. You can't do that. You have to lead with the chest right from the start. In that set position, chest needs to be high, needs to remain high so you can get full extension, which here it does. As she lands, just drops. Drop your chest, backside comes up. There's only one way the bar's going.
The first hiccup for her. And again, I think she's going to be following herself here, because Avdalian, who was in silver medal position and still is at the halfway stage, 120 kilos, opening attempt. Carita Toren for Sweden, 119, the same as Maria Krian for the Ukraine, and Pachabut, 120 kilos for her opener as well. But in fact, Mandy Tretlein for Germany coming out for 118, her third and final attempt. Currently in second place overall, 5 kilo increase to take her to 213, lighter body weight than Piechowiak, so this for the lead.
What a shame. It would have been a new personal best. So close.
Yeah, you can just see the disappointment on her face there as she comes down the stairs.
Really fast underneath the bar. Has to work a bit too hard for my liking to stand up. Nice and straight on the dip and drive. Just needs to go that bit further forwards, further backwards with her feet to get her body weight right underneath.
So she's left in second place at the moment, but obviously very vulnerable and isn't going to stay there for too much longer. And it's Carita Toren. Now, this is interesting because Carita Toren, she entered a total of 230, so that's basically her overall target, and she comes into this second half bringing 98 kilos forward. So this is 119 kilos for Carita.
She will have her sights set on a medal here, and if she's going to achieve that, she's going to need to lift a couple of kilos more than Rebecca Tyler. She's at a deficit here, coming out first as well. Strong clean. Well, doesn't she have a long way to shift that bar?
She does, but first step, okay, 119. So Sweden lead in the clean and jerk, lead in the overall, and Carita is on her way. We know that she can do the likes of 122 kilos. She did those in the World Championships in Houston. And now Maria Kilian, or Klian, I should say, coming out as planned at 119 kilos. In fact, I have to say, not quite as planned. She originally, at the beginning of the competition, posted 116. So again, things may have gone well for her in the warm-up. Oh, she looks... I was just about to say, she looks a lot more comfortable in this discipline.
She does. You almost spoke too soon then. She looked solid as she landed the bar, but a bit wobbly on the recovery.
Yeah.
Clearly strong enough for much more. Really nice clean.
And by lighter body weight, 68.01 to Carita Toran's 68.39. Now it's the Ukrainian lifter who's in first place, and the bar going to 120, so that will usher... Well, in fact, there's Rebecca Tyler. Navdalian has gone to 122. She's put the bar up by a couple of kilos. So this means that Rebecca Tyler's on stage.
You could just hear the gasps around the audience then, David, as she came onto the platform, hands on the bar, and off she goes. The gasp, well, goodness me, no time taken. Easy lifting.
She's a feisty individual, isn't she?
She is. We just need to make sure she harnesses that talent and just controls the adrenaline, controls the aggression.
219, her running total. And now this is Daria Pachabut, who by some means found her way to the gold medal in the snatch, now coming out for 120 kilos. Now remember, she carries an advantage over Rebecca Tyler from the first part.
That leg drive, that leg power is just immense. Catches it almost in a power clean and rides it in. Watch this, so high, adjusts it high off the shoulders just to show how strong she is.
So she gets her 120 kilos, of course. That puts her in command, so to speak. She had a 7-kilo advantage over Rebecca Tyler, and now this is Behelbiak for her third attempt. Now, the miss at 118. She's taken a little bit of extra time, put the bar up by a couple of kilos. This is still very much within her range. Just about gets the clean, but uses a lot of energy. Fights for it and gets it. Well done, applause, and deserved.
Yes, thoroughly well deserved. That's a lifter going eyeballs out. Everything she had, she left on the platform. And the clean was super hard. Look how slow she comes out. Adjusts it off a windpipe. And here we go, drive to arm's length, solid overhead.
And goes into third overall, just behind Rebecca Tyler. And again, it's that body weight difference that has put her behind the young British lifter. But of course, that second attempt failure, very expensive, because Rebecca Tyler still got 2 attempts. So in a way, it was a good series, 5 out of 6. You can't really criticise her too much for Pia Hoviak for what she's done.
No, you can't. I've just been watching the scoreboard quite closely with Toren of Sweden. She increased the bar to 122, and I'm thinking, really? That's not enough. She 121. I was thinking she needs 122, and sure enough, she's posted 122. That would put her ahead of Rebecca if successful.
But before that, it's Nazik Abdalian, who, for most of the way through the first part of the competition, through the snatch, looked nailed on to take the gold medal, but missed her third attempt. But she's still very much a live wire in this.
Nice. Oh, that's the way to do it.
Well, she was impressive in those first two snatch attempts, and that's a great start there. And as a result of that work, she goes ahead of Pachabut of Belarus. Remember, she was down by a kilo at the halfway stage.
Yeah, so she needs 2 kilos above whatever Pachabut is successful with to go ahead. Oh, this is really close now. We've got a couple of battles going on here. One for gold and silver and another for the bronze.
And Toren out for Sweden now. Remember, she was a kilo down on Rebecca Tyler at the halfway stage.
This to go ahead of Rebecca.
So 3 kilo increase. Clean getting a little bit harder.
Big leg drive here. No.
No.
Yeah, she knows what that means. There's a medal at stake there, or a chance of getting in medal contention, but she has to execute.
You can't rule out the Ukrainian either.
No, I was just looking as well. She's flying. Well, no, she's gone up in weight. She's come back down.
And Gillian now with a 3 kilo increase that would take her to 220 ahead of Rebecca Tyler. This is her second attempt. Better clean than the first one. And
needs to stand. Oh, I thought she was going to start helicoptering then.
Yes. Bit of a coach's nightmare, isn't she? It's a worry, isn't she?
Do you know, the athletes backstage won't have a clue what's going out. They'll have some indication whether or not the lifter is successful or not. But it's the coach's responsibility to keep an eye on all the athletes.
And Rebecca Tyler, she's gone to 124. She's actually moderated to 123 now. There she is in picture. And it's Carita Toren. So this is make or break for Toren.
Toren's gone up. 24. She's seen what Rebecca's. Oh, this is all over the place. I can't work the board out.
Yeah.
Everybody's moving so many times. It's so close. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lifters, all within literally a couple of kilos of each other.
Yeah, and Gillian's posted 130 for her third attempt.
Right, well, we know it's Rebecca Tyler coming out now. 123. This is big.
Yeah, this is the 3 kilo increase, which would take her to 222 and re-establish herself in the bronze medal position. Come on, Rebecca.
Knocked her backwards. Did well to recover. Body shaking.
Come on, come on.
Well, that jerk looked easy compared to the clean. We'll watch the replay on the clean as it hits her in the bottom position. She nearly went over backwards. See here, hits her hard, recovers well, body shaking, but somehow managed to find the jerk. Really strong young girl. Brilliant fighting spirit. This is what we want to see on this kind of platform.
Yeah, this is exciting for the British team, because this is certainly, at the moment, fingers crossed, the best British performance of the week so far.
I think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
now, Carita Toren out for 124 kilos, so this effectively is a 5 kilo increase.
Won't take her ahead of Rebecca, though.
No, because she weighed in at 68.39 and Becker is the lighter. But this is, well, this is a big risk here. But she's got to go for it. No other choice. That second half of the competition just went all wrong for Karita.
It did. David, I'm just watching the scoreboard so closely here. I don't think the Ukrainians have made the right call.
Well, they pulled it back. They put 130 in. They've now pulled it back to 124.
I don't think that this would put her into a medal position overall, but I'm not sure she's going to hang on to it, though.
Well, she's 68.01. She's lighter than Rebecca Tyler.
Yeah, they're gambling on Rebecca not making her third attempt.
They are. So this is a 2-kilo increase to put her by lighter body weight ahead of Rebecca Tyler, who will be dropped down to 4th place. No. And never caught that right, and the position stayed the same.
Rebecca can't lose a medal. She's guaranteed an overall medal.
Terrific.
Wow. And now she really can just open up and go for whatever weight she wants. It doesn't matter. She's guaranteed a bronze medal overall. She's actually sat in the lead on the clean and jerk. It's down to the other two to take that medal off her.
Yeah, the last overall bronze medal was Zoe Smith a couple of seasons ago in Tel Aviv when she got the overall bronze medal, but so far Rebecca Tyler very much the British athlete of these championships.
Did you hear that? She goes, go on, just do it. I think she's going for something big on her third attempt.
Well, you know, here's Daria Pachabut, because there's a title to be won, and this is the woman from Belarus. 125 kilos on the bar, 5-kilo increase to take her to 231, and she's in a fight with the Armenian Avdalian for the overall title.
Wow.
Easy clean. Again, strong overhead. Not wrong with that, as Rebecca would say in Yorkshire.
Well, she's the lightest. That means Rebecca needs 126, really. That's the weight I would probably call for her.
Yeah, at the moment, Daria Pachabut in the gold medal position. Rebecca Tyler in the clean and jerk, I'm talking about, silver. But Avdalian now coming out for 126 kilos. Remember, she was that kilo down because she's heavier. Now, what is Avdalian? She's gone to 127, which she needed to do. There's the current state of play.
There we go. 126 for Rebecca Tyler.
So, this is...
Oh.
Well, she secured an overall bronze medal. She's still in silver in the clean and jerk. But it's now down to the Armenian and the Belarus lifters to finish it off.
It is. Really rushed the start again. Just landed on her toes there. Bar hit her so hard. This girl has so much potential. Bring on the next few years. And you know what? She could well be pushing Zoe Smith for the Olympic place if Team GB secure at least one.
At the moment, if you went on best performance, you've got to give her a lot of credit.
You have. And she's developing fast.
Now, Avdalian, back to business. 5-kilo increase here to take her to 232, put her in the lead, and then both she and Pachabut have one attempt left. So this is nip and tuck. It's right down to the wire with the Armenian and the Belarus lifter. She's going to get this. Good clean. She's very strong, both physically and mentally.
Well, this is going to be very close. It really is coming down to the wire, as you said. So she was a kilo behind. She's in the lead. Is Pachabut just going to sit back and wait and force Avdalian back out and follow herself?
Yeah, well, the bar's only gone up a kilo for Avdalian. I'm sure it's not going to stay there.
No, the thing is, all Pachabut needs is to equal what Avdalian does.
But she's at the moment posted 132, and that's where the bar's going to, 132. So They've both gone to 132 at the moment. But there's the situation. One attempt left. And this is like being in the casino at the poker table.
Now, you see, I'm not sure about this because the bar was loaded to 132. In the meantime, while the loaders are loading the bar, the athlete or the coaches have dropped the weight.
Yeah.
I don't think they did that in time. The bar was already loaded.
So 130. So again, it's another 5 kilo increase. So Avdalian, if Pachabut makes this, Avdalian will have the final opportunity to reverse fortunes from the first half of the competition. Well, you've got to say that Pachabut is a very decent performer. Pachabut, who was second in the European Championships at under-23 level last year, clean and jerked 125 kilos. That's now a new personal best for her, as she's put herself into the lead. Now, it means that, of course, it's now down to Avdalian, who is 4 kilos behind. She has to take 5 kilos to get ahead. That's what she's doing at 132 kilos. So this for the overall gold medal, the overall championship. Armenia versus Belarus. If this woman makes it, she takes the championship. If she misses, then Pachabut of Belarus is the winner. She's watching backstage. And so the former world champion on her comeback.
It's good.
Settles, steadies. Big effort. Big effort. Stand still. Smile comes. Strong. Buzzer goes. Surely 3 white lights. And she's won it for Armenia.
Well, David, having had back surgery several years ago, 6 years. 6 years to make a comeback.
Yeah.
What a phenomenal achievement to step back onto the European platform and to take gold in that manner. Fantastic lifting. Well done.
You know, and she was the European champion back in 2008. She was the runner-up in 2009. Then she won the World Championship. Then she had this really serious back injury, which required surgery and hospitalization. And it wasn't until April last year that she was able to get back onto a platform and start training for the World Championships. And she is the European champion for the 2nd time. But this has to be sweet, to go through all that she's gone through to come back and win the European title. That has to be special.
Oh, it does. And I think there's some big well dones today from a number of these lifters. She has to be the absolute best there.
I remember she got disappointed in the first half. Pachabut got a bit fortunate, but there she is. Look at that.
Relief.
Rebecca Tyler behind. Well, she's done well.
Congratulations as well to the coaches, the British coaches. They called the right weights. Great result all round.
So the podium being readied here. Well, Armenians beyond us, but there's the clean and jerk results, and you can see Rebecca Tyler there, another medal. So that's 3 bronze medals that she's collected here, and still the overall results to come. So here is the lift that made the difference here, the 132 kilos. Asked and answered.
Brilliant fight right to the end. There's almost that look of desperation followed by the look of relief.
Yeah, you love it when the smile comes through and she knows that she's got it. And there's, by contrast, the disappointment. Reversal of fortunes from the first half, and Avdalian absolutely delighted. And just waiting for the total results. They'll be with us any moment now. And here come the results. Avdalian 237 by a kilo. Rebecca Tyler 222, the best of the rest. 3 bronze medals. Back for the medal ceremony after this.
The Nissan Qashqai. What car best small SUV 3 years in a row? The ultimate urban crossover. Now available with up to £1,500 deposit contribution and 3.99% APR representative.
EE's 4G network is 50% faster than O2, Vodafone, and 3. Why would anyone choose to be on a slower network? Rachel Riley, math genius. Have you worked it out yet?
Just give me 2 more seconds.
Why let buffering ruin your favorite shows?
Give me 1 more second.
I'm gonna need an answer, Rachel. Waiting, Rachel.
I've got exactly nothing, Kev.
Exactly, Rach. Choose the network that's 50% faster. It's a no-brainer, Britain.
I'll get these. Look, contactless payment with my new Ocean credit card. You'd like Ocean Finance? They keep things simple, and I got a credit limit that's just right for me. I'm in control of my spending with free text alerts. You'll find out in seconds if you'll be accepted with their quick check thing at ocean.co.uk.
Nah, don't need to. I've already got one.
Brilliant. We off then?
No, I think we're on.
For your new Ocean credit card, go to ocean.co.uk.
Kevin Costner, Gary Oldman, Tommy Lee Jones, and Gal Gadot from the director of The Iceman. Criminal in cinemas April 15.
Mrs. Caroline Charles, member of British Weightlifting Federation. The first medals in total. Bronze medal.
So, welcome back to Norway for the medal ceremony. And Stian Grimseth, the president of the organising committee, who himself 20 years ago on this day won gold medal in the snatch in Stavanger, congratulates Rebecca Tyler for her overall bronze. And bronze in the snatch, bronze in the clean and jerk, bronze overall. The runner-up here, Daria Pachabut of Belarus, with a total of 236 kilos. The runner-up in the overall race for gold. But the winner, the comeback woman at the age of 29, Nazik Avdalian, the world champion in 2009, the European champion a year earlier, regains the European title in 2015 with a total of 237 kilos. And some souvenirs from Stian Grimseth, who's rightly proud for what his organisation team have delivered. But now the national anthem for Armenia. So it's a 5th gold medal now. Armenia second in the overall medal table. 5 golds, 4 silvers, 4 silvers and 1 bronze. And Great Britain now with 4 bronze medals from the championship. And Ove Volid, a member of the organising committee, to award Rebecca Tyler, her bronze medal for the achievement in the snatch there, 99 kilos to set her on her way. And here, Avdalian, who had to settle for silver, 105 kilos. Just one reflection, Michaela, 237 the total. It's not a fantastic total when you put it in context with, you know, the likes of Slavenko, 257 kilos, well, she actually won it with 265.
Well, you can only beat the people that turn up on the day, and it really did make for a very close competition. We'll see how the standard changes now over the next couple of years. But remember, a number of the best lifters in Europe are just saving themselves for the Olympics later this year.
And now the discipline medals for the clean and jerk. Rebecca Tyler for the third time on that podium. It's the stepping stone from bronze to better things to come, and surely, fingers crossed, she stays fit and well. There will be better things to come. Pachabut inevitably disappointed. I think she thought she'd probably done enough, but by a kilo she hadn't. And Caroline Charles from Great Britain, British weightlifting, presenting the gold medal now to Nazik Avdalian. So 105, 132. We'll bring you the overall medal table in just a moment. And there are your winners, your champions in the women's 69 kilo class.
Rebecca fancies a bit of that.
And they balance. And here comes the medal table here. Turkey still ahead of Armenia and Russia. But Britain very firmly in the medal stakes now with 4 bronze medals. Hope you've enjoyed it. From Michaela Breeze and myself, David Goldstrom. We'll be back at 7:30 Central European time for the men's 85 kilo championship of Europe. And well, it's time for us to get a coffee, collect our thoughts for the men's competition, and we'll see you hopefully a little later. So that's it. Back at 7:30 Central European time. Bye for now.
5 times the world snooker's most